My husband poured our daughter's ashes into the toilet and threw her urn at me. Trigger warnings: domestic violence, child death, alcoholism, attempted self-harm, overdose. I'm posting this on a throwaway account because my main account is very identifying, and I just need to vent. I'm feeling sad, alone, and terrified. My head hurts. My heart hurts. I feel so alone, and I don't know where to turn. I had to spend the night in my car last night. I couldn't sleep because I was crying, trying to stay warm enough, and thinking that somebody was going to suddenly appear at the windows. I've been trying to find a place to park so I could try to sleep today, and I found one, but I can't rest. I feel so empty and scared. I don't want to go into too much detail here, but our daughter passed away very suddenly last year. My husband and I both got help and tried to work through it together, but his drinking has been getting more and more out of control. It got to a point where he started trying to hide it, but that only made his behavior worse. I had a breakdown 2 months after our daughter passed away, and I hadn't been to work since then. I had quite a bit put away in savings, as well as some money I inherited, so I was using that to contribute at home while trying to get myself back into better health. In January, my husband started his sobriety journey, but his business began to suffer. There were difficulties during the lockdowns, and we both worked hard to make sure the business survived. He took out a loan earlier this year, and I gave him the rest of my savings and started back at work. Things were going well with the business and as well as they could have been for us, until he relapsed last month and started hiding it from me. I lost my job 2 weeks ago and have been looking for work since. It's been stressful, but nothing we couldn't have managed. Yesterday, I got home and my husband was already there, very drunk. He was loud, completely out of control, slamming things around the house and saying he was looking for something. I couldn't make much sense of what he was saying, and he was extremely irate. I didn't really know what to do, and when I tried asking if he was okay, he got in my face and became aggressive with me. He suddenly started throwing accusations at me, accusing me of all kinds of things, and I have no idea where any of it came from. I was scared at that point and didn't want to be in the house with him. I had never seen him that angry before, and I think it was a buildup of grief finally spilling out, but I felt genuinely afraid. I put on my shoes and coat and told him I was going to head out for a while. That's when he snapped and accused me of trying to leave him. It all happened very suddenly. He charged at me, grabbed my arm, threw me onto the floor, and dragged me down the hallway. At some point, while drunkenly shouting about how he wasn't going to let me leave him, he suddenly stopped and told me he was going to give me a reason to hate him so much. He stormed into the front room, grabbed the urn containing our daughter's ashes, and headed toward the downstairs toilet. I got up and tried to stop him from doing whatever he was planning to do. When he reached the toilet, I pleaded with him not to do it. He shoved me hard, and I fell. He poured all of the ashes into the toilet and threw her urn at me, hitting my leg. Then he started screaming at me to get out before he killed me. I was shaking and felt frozen, but I managed to get up and run to the front door. I grabbed my keys and handbag and drove away. I had no idea where to go, so I parked somewhere quiet and just cried. I've done practically nothing but cry since then. I don't have any family nearby or friends close enough that I can turn to. I got sick earlier, but I've managed to keep some water down. Thankfully, I keep some in my car. I don't know what to do. I switched my phone off all night in case he tried contacting me. I didn't want to hear from him. He's tried calling me today, but I can't be around him while he's drinking again. I can't let him keep taking his anger out on me like this. I feel like everything is my fault. I just needed to vent. I'm exhausted from feeling like this. Final update: I'm not sure if I'm breaking any rules by posting an update. Thank you to everybody who reached out to me and commented on my original post. I never meant to leave anyone worrying. I deleted everything not long after taking an overdose. I had planned on trying again as soon as I got out of the hospital. I'm still here, though, and I was feeling extremely overwhelmed. I wanted to let you all know that I'm safe, and I didn't go back. I can't get into everything that has happened with my husband because the police have been involved, and some of it is still ongoing. I can say that he initially tried to manipulate the situation and acted calm and collected with the police, trying to make it seem like he had done nothing wrong and that I was the one with the problem. He told them I was welcome home at any time. A couple of things happened after that, and after I received some very threatening voice messages and texts from him, he reported my phone as stolen and had my service cut off. He was trying to force me to come home by leaving me with nowhere else to turn. After some intervention and several run-ins with the police, he offered to leave the house for a couple of days a few weeks ago. I was supposed to go there with support so I could collect my belongings and our daughter's things. Nobody asked him to leave. He offered. I arrived there with help, only to find that he had destroyed all of my belongings. And when I say all of my things, I mean everything I owned that was in that house. I can't even imagine how long it must have taken him. He sliced up my shoes and scribbled over some of them with black marker. He did the same to my handbags. He cut up my clothes. All of my bathroom products were dumped everywhere, and the bathroom itself had been smashed up. Some of my clothes were thrown into the bathtub, covered in bleach, and mixed with destroyed cosmetics. He smashed or destroyed many of my other belongings as well. He trashed the entire house, including our daughter's room. The only things I couldn't find were some of our daughter's belongings that he had apparently taken with him. I don't remember much from being inside the house. I think I just went numb once I realized what he had done and saw our daughter's room. The photos of everything are awful. He later claimed he didn't remember doing any of it. Then he blamed it on a drunken rage. After destroying everything, he went straight to his parents' house, knowing what was coming, and begged them for help. They arranged private treatment for him. I mentioned in my original post that he struggled with alcohol. After our daughter passed away, we both got help together and separately. His drinking spiraled out of control, and eventually he started hiding it, which only made things worse. I know he has been hurting, but it reached a point where it was almost impossible to have a reasonable conversation with him. After speaking with various professionals, I now realize there was a lot of control happening too: financial control, emotional control. And no matter how much pain he was in, I know now that it does not excuse his behavior. No matter how much I cared about him or wanted him to get help, I cannot move past what he did with our daughter's ashes. It felt like losing her all over again. And I felt like I had somehow failed her again too. His parents did reach out and promised they would return the things belonging to our daughter that he took. I haven't heard from them since. I'm sure this hasn't been easy for them either. I've been getting help, and I'm currently on a waiting list for additional therapy. I also start a new job on Tuesday. Right now, I'm sitting on the floor of my new place while typing this. I picked up the keys yesterday, and my tenancy officially begins on Monday. It isn't much to look at, and I'm starting over from nothing, but for the first time in weeks, I feel like I can finally breathe a little. It's overwhelming having a space of my own again, but for the first time in what feels like forever, I feel like I can almost relax. A new bed has been donated to me, and it will arrive on Monday. My key worker has also applied for a cooker for me through a white goods scheme with one of my utility providers. I don't have hot water or heating yet because my gas won't be turned back on until Monday, but I do have electricity. I've got some books to read, and this morning I picked up a bag of mostly canned food from the food bank. It took a lot for me to be able to go there, but it's enough to last the next few days, and it doesn't need to be heated. I might not have what I used to have, but I'm not where I was before. I don't know where things will go from here. It felt like I died along with my daughter, while my body just kept moving through life without me. I want to believe I can do something in her memory, even if that something is simply surviving each day. I'm safe. And I'm trying to heal.